Microsoft Azure. Okay, you've heard the name, right? It's one of the biggest in tech, for sure. But what is it really? Like, what does it actually do? Well, forget all the tech jargon. We're going to break this whole thing down, demystify this cloud colossus in under 5 minutes. Ready? Let's get into it. So, just how big are we talking? Well, get ready for this. A whopping 95% of Fortune 500 companies, they rely on Azure. I'm talking about giants like Apple and Samsung. They're using Azure services to power their massive operations. So yeah, this isn't some niche little product. It's literally the digital backbone for the world's biggest, most important businesses.
And check out this growth story. I mean, sure, Amazon Web Services, AWS, is still the market leader. But just look at who's gaining on them. Azure is the fastest growing major cloud provider out there. It's actually outpacing AWS and closing that gap every single year. You can just feel it. The momentum is all on Azure's side. So that begs the question, right? Why? How in the world did Azure get this big, this dominant? Well, the secret sauce really boils down to three key things. Okay, first up, security. And this is huge. Microsoft invests over $1 billion every single year just on Azure's security. Let that sink in. That's almost $3 million a day. And they have a team of over 3,500 experts whose only job day in and day out is to protect customer data. So you see, when a company chooses Azure, they're not just buying a service, they're buying some serious peace of mind. Next up is just the sheer versatility. Azure isn't just one thing. Think of it like this massive digital toolbox with more than 100 different services inside. You want to build a powerful virtual machine? You can do it in minutes. Need to train a complex AI model to recognize images? No problem. Launching a new mobile app to millions of people? Yep, it does that too. Basically, whatever you can dream of building, Azure has a tool for the job. And the third reason, and trust me, this is a big one, Azure's got this incredible home field advantage. It just works seamlessly with the tools that millions of developers are already using every single day. We're talking about stuff like Visual Studio. That's a super popular program for writing code. And the .NET Framework, which is a huge platform for building apps. So for any company that's already in that Microsoft world, choosing Azure is, well, it's a no-brainer. It's the most natural, most efficient way to go. All right, so we've been throwing around this word, the cloud, a lot. But let's just pause for a second. It's a term we hear all the time, right? But what does it actually really mean? Let's clear that up once and for all. Yeah, it really comes down to this simple question. When you save a photo to the cloud, where is it actually going? Is it just floating around up in the sky somewhere? Not quite. The easiest way to think about it is this. Cloud computing is really just using someone else's computers. That's it. Instead of you having to buy, house, and maintain your own super expensive servers, you just rent processing power and storage from a company like Microsoft over the internet. The best part? You only pay for what you use. It's exactly like renting a car instead of buying one. And this number really drives home the incredible scale of that whole rental operation. See, the cloud isn't some fuzzy, abstract idea. Oh no, it's made of massive, very real physical buildings called data centers. Microsoft runs these things in 54 different regions all over the globe. So when you use Azure, you're literally tapping into a planet-spanning network of some of the most powerful hardware on Earth. Now, I know what you might be thinking. This all sounds huge and probably really expensive, right? Well, that's one of the best things about Azure. It's surprisingly accessible. Let's take a look at how you can actually start exploring this entire ecosystem without spending a single penny. Microsoft really gives new users an amazing way to get started. First, you get a full year of access to their most popular services for free. Then they give you $100 in credit to play around with, experiment with anything you want for a whole month. And on top of all that, there's a collection of over 25 services that are just always free, forever. So the barrier to entry for learning this stuff, it's practically zero. Okay, so why should any of this matter to you? Beyond all the cool tech, understanding Azure can be a direct path to a really powerful and, let's be honest, high-paying career. Let's look at the actual numbers. So take a look at this. These are the average salaries for what's called an Azure Solutions Architect. That's someone who designs these cloud systems for companies. And as you can see, it doesn't matter if you're in the USA, the UK, or India, the demand for these skills is through the roof. And the paychecks definitely show it. Gaining expertise here has a very real, very tangible reward. So there you have it. From just a tech buzzword to the actual backbone of the world's biggest companies,
That's Microsoft Azure in a nutshell. It's secure, it's versatile, it's growing like crazy, and it offers not just amazing technology, but a clear path to a high-demand career. Which leaves us with just one question, really. Is the cloud your next move?